Hello everyone, this is Team 6 and we're doing the Watchtower project. First, we'd like to just take you through our project repo and our team's agile process. So our project structure is divided into three main things. The dashboard, which is our web app. Users will log in through here. They'll get instructions on how to install the SDK, which is the injectable library that they'll add to their website. This will send information over to the backend, which will store and ingest data, send it over to the dashboard where they'll display whatever errors or issues there are. Our team is split up mostly around those lines, but we also have one sub team which is just responsible for making sure that we all follow the agile process. We have a bunch of important docs. Design brief defines our MVP, ADRs, sprint overviews, which correspond to tasks. We also have a task tracker here. We have like sub team, priority, size. All these are agile things, and then a change log for versioning and changes. We have CI/CD set up through GitHub Actions. We have end-to-end testing through Playwright, linting through ESLint. We have a pull request template. We have a definition of done. We follow conventional commits. We also have a checkmark for AI usage, as well as a section to explain how we use AI and what we use and every other thing about AI. Now we'll just take you through a demo of what we have set up for our error pipeline.
Okay, so for our front-end design choices, we mainly focused on one trade-off, which is ease of use versus feature riches. This trade-off has been tackled by our existing apps already, and we decided on prioritizing a higher ease of use because our target audience wants to quickly figure out what errors there are and if this error is worth escalating.
Here's the demo. This is where the user starts. Here is where they can add new projects, see their projects. For example, if you want to add a new project, you would click here and generate an API key. Once that's done, you can copy it and basically use it. Now, going back to the dashboard, if you want to see the project, you go here, and this is the error list view for users. Here's where you can see all the errors, and we have different filters. To get a better view at any of the errors, you can just click on it, and here's a more detailed view of what the error looks like. And further, we are working on the performance view, alert settings, etc. And we're also still currently working on the branding for the dashboard.
From the dashboard, the user will be instructed to type npm init-y into their project. That will initialize package, and then they will type the install to install our project. And while that's installing,
we can show you kind of our pipeline. What the user will download is basically this content catching pipeline, which includes all of our event listeners to catch our errors, performance, as well as console.logs. And then we will batch all of these up together and send them over to the backend through our different APIs.
Hi, this is the backend team. We finished implementing the endpoints for the errors that deals with the GET requests and the POST requests from other subteams. We finished implementing the API key generator that generates and stores the API keys by the dashboard team request. And we deployed the D1 server, and we implemented the CI/CD operations, which automatically redeploys the server whenever we push the new code inside the GitHub. So in the future, we're planning to implement the performance endpoints and better design for the authentication keys. Dashboard team told us that they sent the new API key generation call right here on project 3, and we have it right here. And also we have a table that collects all the error logs from the SDK team right here. So we have multiple features.
Lastly, each team does have tasks that we need to take care of before this is a fully functional app. SDK needs to finish the pipeline for performance and error metrics and getting them to the backend when we do encounter errors. Backend needs to make sure that the handlers are connected to both SDK and the dashboard, and then dashboard needs to make sure that those errors both propagate and persist across user sessions. From a process standpoint, we have a test site up in a different repo that we will run real traffic through to get actual data, as well as be creating a wiki for future users.